Welcome to Sisters in the Kingdom.
I'm Tori,
And I'm Kristen.
and we're two sisters who love all things Disney. To start us off, let's loop back. Last week, we shared the same animatronic is used in two separate rides in Magic Kingdom. Fact or fiction?
Okay, I feel better about this now. And saying that, sorry about my voice, everyone. This is the best I can do. I'm pretty sure it's a fact from our tour, but I've been racking my brain and I can't remember which two it is.
Oh no! Okay,
I
so
think it's a monkey.
it's not a monkey.
It's not a
Uh,
monkey.
no,
I
no.
need a hint.
It's a human figure.
Yeah, it's not going to help. I think, is it something in Pirates and
No,
somewhere else? No? I quit.
it is a fact. The same animatronic is used in both. Look, like I'm going to lose my voice now.
Oh
It's
no,
used in Carousel of Progress and Haunted Mansion.
that's it.
Yep, it's the grandma in the future scene is also used in Haunted Mansion.
Where at in Haunted
I
Mansion?
don't know.
Well, that's not
I'm assuming the
helpful.
dining room scene. I'm pretty sure it's the dining room scene.
That would make sense. There's not a lot of people anywhere else in the ride.
Yeah. So there you go. There you have it. So we want
All
to talk
right.
about our trip. I don't know how
Yes.
far we'll get.
No.
To be fair, we got a lot going on personally right now in our lives with Kay
Mhm.
moving, and we have a family member that's pretty sick. So we're gonna try to do
We're
what we
just
can
trying to
do.
get you an episode, which is why
Yeah,
I sound like this.
yeah, exactly. So first, let's just talk about travel day.
Yes.
You can start with. Well, mine started first.
Okay, well then you go first.
My flight left at like 5:10 in the morning.
Jeez.
And Kay got to the airport before me for her flight that didn't leave till 5:55.
Okay, but tell them when you arrived.
I don't know. I arrived and we were boarding. So
She lives her life on the edge.
it's
Like,
fine.
if there were a standby passenger, they would have been like, you can go. Tori
No.
doesn't need this plane.
No.
Oh, sorry.
And all of my flights, I had a layover, but all of my flights I got to sit in the first row. So it's
Nice.
fantastic.
Because
Yeah.
she had two. She just said that. So
Hmm.
our flight was 5:55. Normally I'm a 2 hours early kind of gal, but we were only like an hour and a half early this time. We had plenty of time. I got a water. I
Shoot.
forgot gum again, so I bought gum because you cannot get gum once you're in Orlando.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, we got there. They got there first. I don't know what happened, I
Okay,
guess.
so we arrived, we took an Uber, and we got to the resort. We checked our bags with the bellhop because our room unfortunately was not ready. We did every step we could to try and have an early check-in, and we had no luck with that. So
Well, that's not true. Check-in for Polly is at 4, and I think
that's
we
true.
got in at like 2:33ish.
3-ish. So not that early.
Not that early.
So we went ahead and we ordered some food, some breakfast, because we were hungry at this point from Kona Cafe, I think is what it was called.
Yep.
And so I got some Mickey waffles, of course. Very excited about those. Lindsay got some oatmeal, and our mom got what were macadamia nut pancakes. They looked really good.
Oh, nice. I got in about the time they got to the resort, and so they got breakfast. My bag went missing for quite a long time. I still not quite sure what happened, but I got it. I Ubered. I had the best Uber driver. They were not there when I got there because they headed off to the expo, which she'll talk about. But
Yeah, the timing, we like just missed each other because we could get on the bus for the expo at 11:30 and she was going to arrive at like 11:45.
yeah,
So she
it was
told us
fine
to
though.
go ahead.
I said, go ahead. I didn't need the expo in my life. I got there. I got some food. I got some really good Hawaiian, like barbecue nachos from Captain Cook's. Then I went and I sat by the water down by the beach and just hung out. And then the room was ready, and I got to go to the room.
Yes.
Somewhere in there, I lost my water bottle.
We don't know
That
when. And it
I
was
don't know
never
when.
recovered.
It was never recovered. So I lost my water bottle, but I went up to the room, just hung and relaxed, and then they came back.
Yes. So in the meantime, we went to the expo. We took, it's not a Disney resort bus that takes you. It's like, what are those, the
Like
names
a
of
charter
big
bus.
buses? Yes, thank you. A charter bus took us. We got there very easily. The expo was fantastic. I really think that you would like it.
I'm sure I would.
I
I just did
truly,
not want to go.
yeah.
I am all about lately speaking what I want and just doing it. So
Yes. So we went and it was very fast. Since it wasn't the first day, we were able to zoom through most things. I know it probably didn't feel as fast for Tori, but we were like 2.5 hours there, which I have spent upwards of 5 hours there before because you wait in long queues usually if it's the first day. We were just able to walk in. So we got our bib, or I got my bib for the half. We did merchandise shopping, which unfortunately the two things I really wanted were gone. Granted, everyone wanted them. There was a purple metallic jacket that was so cute, but it was gone the first day in the first hour. So I stood no chance for that one. And then there was a white jacket that I should have pre ordered and I didn't. So that's on me and it was gone. But I got these ears and I'm
they're
pretty
very
pumped
cute.
about them. They have the princesses and the villains, and I got this water bottle. It's Corksicle, and I think it's the cutest design they've had in a while. It's very bright and vibrant instead of blue. All of the other water bottles for every race are blue.
Hang on one second, everyone. Normally, my kiddos do not come down, but we are experiencing a blizzard. So I'm not going to have her get on camera. And normally, this is a live recording. So you're going to have to give me a second, and I'm going to
And
mute myself and let Kay.
I'll just keep talking.
Yeah, Kay can keep
So,
going.
so we did that, and then we actually found a really cool character interaction. There were a few characters you could get pictures with. A poison apple. There was Daisy, and there was another princess or someone that I can't remember right now. Oh, it was Abu from Aladdin. Jeez, my brain today is not that great. So anyway, the character interaction we waited for was the Cinderella carriage and then some of the like helper people. And so we got to take a picture with the glass slipper and that was really fun. And then we went to the big expo area with all of the vendors and I bought way too many things. I got a scrunchie, I got some new energy chews. I got a water bottle for my flip belt that was on my need list because I got a new running belt and I don't have a water bottle for it. Um,
Need list, folks. Need
that
list.
was a need. The rest were glitter was a need. I got some glitter. It's called snot, I think, unicorn snot. And I got those sparkle freckles, and Tori's sad because I didn't get her any, but I didn't know she wanted them.
It's all right. It's all right. Just all by myself here.
And then
But
we
they
came
did that.
back.
They did come back. And my mom got me a water bottle. She didn't even know that I had lost my water bottle, and she got me one. So that is some intuition there. And it is very cute. I didn't bring it downstairs with me today, but it is. It's Little Mermaid themed, and it's got Ursula, who's my fave, and it's got the Little Mermaid. And it's really fun. It's a really cute corksicle as well.
Yes. So we're
So
all back at the resort, finally going to the room. Trying to get our bags to the room was way harder than it should have been.
it
They
was a
were like,
problem.
since you're not checking in and someone's already in the room, really, you should take your bags. And we were like, but we are checking in. Like, we haven't been in the room. And so then they made us call from the room to ask for the bags. I don't know, but we got them. And the
We got
room was really nice.
It was. The room is really nice. We quickly, Kay was hungry, so we went to go get foods and we wanted to see if we could get into Trader Sam's, which typically opens
Oh.
at 3. We missed it. We were supposed to like get in a virtual line at like 12:30 or 1, which I was there. I could have done.
We had no idea. There was this huge line of people. It was like 3:01 and there was a huge line of people and no one was opening the door. And then some lady was like, "Oh, there was a line of us here at 12:30 and we filled up the whole queue for the night." We were like,
I'm
"Oh,
like, all right, fine.
Good to
So
know.
we got some food for them.
Yes.
They got the same nachos.
Yes. They're good.
Um, and we went back and we just kind of hung out and then we started to get ready for our dinner. This is the theme
Oh,
of the trip. We can't get anywhere on time.
being late. But not like purposely. It was
No,
always transportation that was the problem.
it was. But you know, you hear things all the time from people like you need at least an hour. We always think we know better. We don't. So we were trying to get to the boardwalk because we had reservations at Chattatura
Trattoria, Alforno.
Forno. Yeah. And so we wanted to get to the boardwalk. And if you've never been, we can explain this really quick. You
Hmm.
cannot use a Disney, if you are staying on Disney property, you cannot get a bus from your resort to another resort. You can take the bus to Disney Springs, you can take the bus to a park,
Hmm.
but you cannot take it to another resort. So we knew we were going to have to take the bus somewhere. We just weren't really sure where, because at that point we could have gone to any of the parks, we could have gone to Disney Springs, and then we could have caught our bus. So we just took the first bus
That
that
showed up.
came.
And we were early to the bus station.
Yes.
I have video timestamps, so I went back and looked. We were at the bus at 5:22.
Yeah.
But also, I don't remember what time dinner was because we did not leave nearly an hour. Like, I think we had maybe 40 minutes max, maybe. More like 35.
Yeah. So we took the Hollywood Studios
Yes.
bus because that's the first bus that showed up. And we were like, sure, why not? Actually, it's not the first bus. I think Animal Kingdom might have shown up first in
Yeah,
case.
but
Like,
we
that's the
decided,
opposite direction.
yeah, I was like, we're not going all the way out there to find something to come all the way back.
So we got on Hollywood Studios, and then we had options.
A lot.
So
Too
once we
many.
got off, what?
Too many
We
options.
had three options: Skyliner.
We've been
Uh,
burned by the
we've
Skyliner
been burned,
before.
so we said no. There was walking, which was going to be over a mile,
We don't walk fast enough.
and there was a boat.
Yes.
We got off thinking we were just going to be burned by the Skyliner again because we thought the bus was leaving, and Kay was not convinced about the bus, but the bus was there, and we decided to go for the bus. And the bus
The
from
boat.
Hollywood, sorry, the boat.
She's
The
saying
boat,
bus, but she means boat.
I do. The boat from Hollywood Studios takes you to like Swan and Dolphin. It takes you to
The
the
boardwalk.
beach club and the
Yeah.
boardwalk. Yes. So we got on the boat and took off, and we were feeling okay.
Decent. It was moving quickly.
It was moving. What we've discovered this whole trip. You have a 15-minute grace window, which we
Yeah,
needed.
and we like to push that window.
We do. We
So
do.
we decided to get off at Swan and Dolphin.
Yep.
Now the boat keeps going to our destination, but we decided we were faster than said boat. So we got off, and Lindsay and I boogied ahead a little bit just to not push our mom extra, and my phone had the check-in button. So my phone needed to be as close to the restaurant as possible. So we had our Disney feet going, and we were zooming on this boardwalk, and we got there, and we arrived to the boardwalk by 6:11.
Yes.
I think we maybe had like 3 minutes, if that, left in our grace period.
Yeah, but we made it. I would say though, because we missed our window, and I don't know if this is actually true, but we missed
Oh,
our
yeah.
window initial time, and then we waited for a long time before we got in.
Yeah, after we checked in, we waited like half an hour and we were watching people that came in and just asked to be seated get seats.
Yeah. So I don't know, but we did get seated,
We did.
and we had a fantastic
Oh,
dinner. It
the
was
food was
so
so
good.
good. We were
We had
all so tired.
and hungry. We had bread with
Oh,
garlic and
yeah.
olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
We got two apps.
Yeah.
One, go ahead.
Is the crispy pancetta arancini.
Yeah,
That's
it
not
was
how you say
delicious.
that. It's like a
Delicious.
fried cheese.
Gluten free, so Kay could have it.
Yes, it was so good. I could have eaten the whole plate because there were just four little balls.
Mom and I had Kay didn't write it down.
Yes, I don't know. It was a salad.
It wasn't a salad, and I'm gonna use the wrong word. Burrata. There we go. It was a burrata and
Yes.
tomato. I mean, it is a salad, but it's really a big thing of burrata cheese with
Yep.
heirloom tomatoes, and it was so good. And then our food,
So yummy and so big.
so big. So Kay got the chicken parm.
Yes.
Our sister-in-law Lindsay got lasagna. I got a gnocchi, and my mom got like a shrimp
Ah, that was it. I could not remember what
meal.
she
I
got.
don't know. It was fantastic. We were so tired and so full at that point, but Kay really wanted to go to the cake bake shop.
I wanted to see it. We had to experience it. I
We
was
did.
so excited, especially at nighttime. So it's a white building, and they put sparkle lights everywhere
Yeah,
outside of it, and it was stunning. So we
it
got,
was stunning. And the wait was really like non existent. It was not
thank
bad.
goodness, because we had to wait outside,
Yeah,
and it
and
was freezing.
it was so we did that. We went in. Kay got something she's sad about.
I got the Marie Antoinette macaron, and it was huge, and it's $15, and I was so excited about it. Which, looking back, I don't know why I was excited because I don't love raspberries. I've already learned this about myself, and it
She
had
said that even
raspberries.
before she got it.
Yeah, but I just wanted the big one. I was excited about it. But I made a mistake. I didn't have room for it that night, and I never put it in the fridge. And I feel like
Fail.
it's something that's meant to be refrigerated with the fruit and the like creams. And so the next night, I tried like a little finger of the whipped cream, and it tasted not right. And so I just decided it was shouldn't be eaten.
Our mom got $1 million shortcake cake or
Yeah,
million dollar
something like
cake.
that.
I don't know.
$1 million cake. It was chocolate and
Coconut?
caramel and maybe peanuts. I'm
I
not
don't know.
sure.
She loved it.
It
It
was
was
huge.
huge. It was huge. But she loved it. She thought it was
And she
delicious.
ate it all over
I
like
will,
3 days.
I will tell you. So the last trip I was there in January, I'd made the same move, and so I looked at them and I said, "How do we feel about Ubering back?
Yeah.
Because all the transportation, like, and it's a long walk." And let me rewind. We looked at Ubering from the Poly to the boardwalk, but Uber had surge pricing at that point, and it was
Oh,
going to be like $45 or $50 for us
it's
to
like
Uber. And I was
going to
like,
the airport.
no. But when we looked at Ubering from the boardwalk back to the Poly, it was like $10. And so I was like, we're going to Uber because $10 is worth our time to not get on 6 modes of transportation to get back. And we're tired.
Yes. It was
So
very worth it.
completely worth it.
A few things did not happen. We did not go to the free water park. I don't even know if it was open. We were in coats, our actual coats, and we're from the Midwest region, and we were still in coats.
Yep.
It was chilly. We also did not do the campfire or movie under the stars. We were just so sleepy. It was a
We
long
just
day.
never made it back at a decent nighttime time, no
I
matter
know.
what day it was. We just didn't get there. And then
Mm-mm.
obviously we didn't do Trader Sam's. So
No.
things that are still on our list to be done at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So we got back, we got snuggled in, and we went to bed because in the morning
Yes.
we were headed to Epcot
Yes. And this is
to
just
start.
another downhill story of time management. This one I think is the saddest story. The other one we had to wait for, but this one we were prepped for, and we just really got screwed over. So our goal was to have breakfast at the Garden Grill, like we told you in the last episode, and we were so excited. I should have put timestamps on here. We were at the monorail. We were ready. We were ready early. I felt really good about it. We took the monorail, and then we got to the TTC where you have to get off and wait for the Epcot one. And it was it was at least a 5-minute wait, I would say, for the monorail.
It was a long wait. And then we got on the monorail. And I said something, I think I even said something about, oh, we're always running late. I don't know. And then
Yeah.
they made an announcement to say, we will be holding for work being done on the other monorail. And we were like, no,
It was a worst
no.
case scenario. So now we're looking up the grace period again. And then
Ugh.
15 minutes. So then we're trying to zoom off of the monorail, but like no one's walking fast in front of us. And there's only so much space, so you can't really squeeze through people. And we had to wait and like do the little fingerprint to get into the park. And then we had to go around the extra entrance for like resort guest early entry or like dining. And we're there, and I'm zooming with my phone as fast as I can reach it. I mean, I have never speed walked to the level that we were speed walking. I was squatted like a
You know what
squat
I've
wall.
learned? I am the fastest speed walker
Yeah.
in the family, which should not be. My legs are not the longest.
Maybe that helps because I feel like when I need to go faster, I have to squat. Like I feel like I need to be lower to the ground.
At some point, Kay and I were like Disney running,
Yes.
um, and she just kept hitting refresh because we could see the building.
We could see it, and I was like, check in, I'm here. And it's like, you are not at the location. And I was like, oh, come on. It wanted you, which is fair. It's totally fair. And this was, we were late. We were. But it wanted us to be in the building. Like, we were in living with the land, like the land area of Epcot. And it was like, you are not here. So I hit it right at 55. I know that was the time, whatever the grace. So it must have been a 40 reservation.
Yeah.
So I hit it at 55. I'm zooming through because you have to click like how many people are in your party, this, that, the other. And I'm zooming. And by the time I hit done, it turned to 56. And it said, you have
You.
missed your reservation. And we could see it. We were looking at the restaurant.
So we go up to the counter, and Kay says, "Hey, we just missed it." And I will say, the hostess looked not amused. She was
Oh,
like, "I
she
don't want
didn't.
your excuses," and she was like, "Well, is your party here?" Well, Mom and Lynn's were
I
not.
pulled, I pulled the age card. I feel a little bad, but I said, they're in Epcot. I was like, we got stuck by the monorail. It needed maintenance. We were on time, but the monorail needed maintenance. And our mother is older and she's walking as fast as her legs will carry her.
They didn't care.
She did not care. She said, let me know when everyone's here.
So luckily, everybody got there, and we were able to get in, and
Yes.
it was fine.
I did feel
Just
bad
drama.
because there is a rotation in a way that they run character dinings, and we were behind. So we're grateful that we were able to go because this was our
Oh, for
favorite
sure.
dining experience of the trip.
For sure, we got a booth, which I'm going to say, if you ever do this meal, you should for sure request a booth, because the booths are on the outside.
Yes, and you can when you check in on the app. It's an option.
It's an option. It's a thing you can do. So request a booth, but it was fantastic. Like, food was great. It was family style.
The whole restaurant turns. And I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what that was gonna be like because I get so motion sick, but you're like barely inching
The
along.
beginning got me. So as soon as we sat down, I was like, ooh. But it then adjusted and was fine. The character interactions were fantastic. The food
Awesome.
was so good.
It's family style breakfast. You get skillets with sausage. No, steak. It was definitely steak because it wasn't my favorite, but everyone else loved it. Oh, you're shaking the whole camera. Um, steak, bacon, eggs, cheesy hash browns,
Mm-hmm.
and there was
Victor
and
waffles.
waffles.
Yep.
Yes.
And we started with cinnamon rolls, and Kay got a gluten-free muffin.
Oh yeah, the muffin was subpar. I ate too much of the muffin
Oh,
because
and
I was so
watermelon.
hungry.
Watermelon and pog juice. We got lots of pog
We
juice.
ordered so much pog juice. The guy just ended up bringing a whole nother pitcher instead of getting us new glasses.
It was fantastic. It really was one of the best. And so at that point,
Oh, your characters, just in case we didn't mention it,
oh
it's
yeah,
Chip and Dale, Mickey, and Pluto.
yes, it was
And
so
you're
good.
inside of living with the land, the ride. You can
Yes.
like see the little ride car boats going through.
Um, we specifically did, so it was like Disney on Broadway that night. So we got special tickets so we could have preferred seating, which that was its own ball game later on in the day. Again, a theme carries throughout.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
But then after breakfast, it was busy. Epcot was so busy.
Packed.
It was the last weekend of Festival of the Arts, and it was packed. We
And it was Princess Weekend. So the combination, I don't think I've ever been there when it was that
It was
busy.
so busy. We walked over because we were going to do Nemo and Friends, and it
Uh-huh.
had like a 40-minute wait. And we like got in line and we were like, whatever, we'll wait. And then we were like,
We were
no.
all the way at the front, like where it says the time to
Yeah.
wait. And we've been through that queue.
Yeah.
That was not going to be the
No.
35, 40 minutes that it said. So we turned around and left.
So we turned around and then we went over and did the Moana walkthrough. It was
Yes.
so fun.
You
So
get to
fun.
interact with everything. Like it
Yeah.
feels like you're controlling the water.
Yes. It was so fun. We got some really good pictures. That was a good time. Then we decided at that point, you know what? Remy didn't look bad timeline, so we were going to head towards Remy. It took us forever to get there because we did a million things before. Like we did some shopping.
Yes.
I made the statement of like, hey, I want to look at painting while I'm here. Little did I know that Kay would become the one who actually got art.
Yeah, so what happened was the first booth we went to, it had all of this Beauty and the Beast artwork, and that's Belle is my favorite princess. And I was like, wow, these are beautiful. And then they
Well, hang
said,
on. I said,
you're right, you're right.
oh, I said, look, these are done by Paige O'Hara. And Kay was like, kind of gave me the look. And I was like, she's the one who plays Belle. And
The
then they
voice.
said, the voice. Well, yeah, plays Belle,
Yeah,
voice.
same thing. And
Yeah.
then they said, she's gonna be here today to sign. So I
Well,
had
that
to buy the
changed it.
artwork.
We had to buy the artwork.
And then
So
I
Kay bought
couldn't
the art.
decide.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That
what
took
I
a minute.
wanted.
Took a minute, but she bought the artwork and then we got her in a virtual queue that she would be able to come back and get it signed.
Yes.
So in the meantime,
We
we
walked.
started work. Yeah,
Yep.
we started walking through. Oh no, we did art. We painted
Yes.
right after that. We did do the mural. That's the one thing I
Yeah.
said we wanted to
The
do.
paint by number.
Yes, and
And we
so we
all
waited.
got different colors, which was
Yes,
really fun.
yes. So we all got a different number. You get to paint 3 boxes that number. And we got to do that, which was fun. And we came back later in the day and we got to see it finished, which was also really cool.
Yes, it was.
Um,
Ours was the scene of Epcot. It
good.
had the monorail and the Epcot ball and a rainbow and all the things. So that's the one we contributed to. I'm sure it was not there the next day, but that's what we painted.
Then we started walking through World Showcase and we made it to Remy.
Yes.
And we decided Remy, I think, had like a 65, 70-minute wait, but it had single rider open. And so we had decided, you know what, single rider is going to be better. Like, we're all going to still get to ride the ride. It's fine. I should also back up that in the morning, we didn't get a Guardians single pass
No.
earlier because we are like, oh, we'll try virtual queue. Morning of, we didn't get virtual queue.
Yeah, which honestly has never happened to either of us. We've
No.
always gotten one. So we were
So
shocked.
So we were shocked, but there's a second virtual queue that opens at 1. And so it was about 12:30, 12:20.
Yeah.
We get in line for the single rider.
And I'm waiting.
I get notified that the virtual queue is ready for Kay to go back and get her picture
Which was
signed. So
perfect because I don't ride Remy anyway. I've done it and I know it makes me motion sick. So I was just hanging out.
yes.
So I walked all the way back to the front of the countries to go meet Paige O'Hara, and it was everything I hoped for. I got my paint or my print signed, and after I met her, I cried. I was so happy. It's something I'm going to treasure forever. I need to get a good frame for it.
She does. It was really cool. We got through single rider in like 20-ish minutes. It really
That was
wasn't
quick.
bad. But I got on the ride and the virtual queue was about ready to drop for Guardians. And so I was like, I had no signal. I wasn't ready. I was getting off when it switched over and I clicked it and it said, we're sorry, you both. And I was like, no. And I look at it, it's only my mom's picture. So I was like, so Kay actually is the one that got
I
it.
got it. So she had texted me and she was like, we need to join. You need to try again. And I was like, it's almost my turn. Like, I can't be like, oh my gosh, it's so great to meet you. Hang on, join virtual queue. Like, I thought that'd be extremely rude. So I let someone go in front of me, and then the timing worked out perfectly. I was able to snag it, but then it was my turn, so I didn't have time to text anyone and tell them I got it. I was just feeling good and accomplished.
Yes. But we ended up getting it, so that was fantastic. And after that, I think we did Dole Whip Flight, maybe?
I think so.
We don't know. It kind of
No,
blends.
Dole Whip was later. We went over, I came back to you guys, and we took the friendship boat, the whatever boat.
We took the
We
friendship boat.
we
Yeah.
met in the center because Lindsay did a side quest, and we met in the center,
Hmm.
and we went to America, and then we got the flight
Deviled
of
eggs.
deviled eggs.
Don't eat the green goddess.
That one wasn't very good, but the other two, the BLT and the something, were delicious.
Pinto cheese.
Yes,
They were delicious. The green goddess tastes like dirt. Earth.
Earth is better than dirt.
I mean, dirt is earth.
I
It's
mean,
fine.
it wasn't good, but
We,
it wasn't like the
we
worst.
also got some fries from the American Pavilion. So we topped ourselves off. We then hung out maybe a little bit, but then we started walking back towards Lindsay. We did a lot of like back and
No,
forth on
she
that
met
horse.
up with us and we finished the
Oh yeah.
countries going around to Mexico. And I
Okay.
found some more art that I liked, but I passed it up.
She did. We decided at that point we were going to ride Soren because my mom really
Nope,
wanted to.
we got food. We got a Dole Whip flight.
See, this is why I can't do this. I can't chronologically think. We did
So,
get the Dole Whip flight.
oh, it was so cute. It came on a little painter's palette, and
Yes.
there was lemon, lime, and strawberry, and then there were toppings. So you had Lifesaver gummies, mini Starbursts, and then like freeze dried Skittles.
Yes.
Um, they taste very interesting, kind of like a dusty pop rock.
That's not what I would say, but sure. We had them. They were fantastic. At that point, we decided the three of us, so my mom,
Yeah.
Lindsay, and I were going to walk towards Soren because my mom wanted to do that. We thought we had plenty of time. We had a 5:30 show. I don't know why we think we ever have time for anything.
I had plenty of time.
Kay wandering around. But we had the tickets. Kay didn't have a
I didn't
ticket.
have tickets. Yep. So they went. And while they did that, I went back to the artwork. I went back and forth probably like 100 times trying to decide if I wanted to get a piece of dopey artwork or the hitchhiking ghosts that were Goofy, Donald, and I think it's Pluto, like dressed up as the hitchhiking ghosts. And the artist was also there to sign George Mc. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm sorry, McGolla.
Sure.
But he signed the artwork. We decided to go with, I had called my husband and we went with the Hitchhiking Ghosts because our favorite ride is Haunted Mansion and we thought it'd be something fun to put up in our new house. We currently can't afford a frame, but we have the artwork, so we're excited about.
It's fine. So
And
we
then they're still boogieing. In the midst of this, I got some popcorn in Germany. I missed my window, so I had to reorder the popcorn. I thought it would just stay because it's popcorn, but they said I missed it, so I had to order it again. And then I got popcorn, and I just sat outside this pavilion for the show, the amphitheater, and I waited and ate almost a full bag of popcorn.
we we had preferred seating, so we were like, oh, we'll be fine. No, I think you underestimate how far away things are. So Soren is not the World Showcase, and to get to where the pavilion is, you're halfway into the World Showcase. So we like sprint walked from Soren to there. We still got there like 5-10 minutes early, but you're supposed to get there like 15 minutes early.
The whole
Or
amphitheater was full. I had just been watching it fill up. So at some point, I decided, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go sit in this theater with all these people so that we have a seat. And I like put my artwork out. I spread out so big. But we did get a seat. They arrived.
we arrived, we went down to the preferred seating. They were like, this section's full, but you can sit where they have some other reserved, which was actually fine.
It was.
It was a front row like of a section, so we had leg room, and that was nice. And the show was so fun. It really was fun.
It was. It was Rodney Ingram from who has performed as Aladdin, and then it was Cara Lindsay who has performed in Newsies, and
Yes.
they sang songs from Tarzan and Aladdin and Newsies. Did they do another one? Hercules maybe?
Yes, I think so.
And it was really good.
It was really good. The people behind us were definitely music theater kids because they knew all the words to
They
all the songs.
loved it.
They did.
They did have good voices, so that was good, but we couldn't hear the people on stage as well.
It's fine. They were living their best life.
Yes.
They were living their best life.
I could have listened to Aladdin sing
Oh,
forever.
oh
Forever.
my
Oh, he
goodness.
also
It was,
sang Remember Me from
yes,
Coco.
in Spanish.
Yes.
So,
So good.
so good. At that point, Kay and Mom decided to go back
It was
because
time.
Kay had to run a half in the morning, and Linz and I decided we are going to stay because we wanted to do Guardians.
Yeah, the queue I had secured wasn't going to be available until almost 8 p.m. and it was like 6:30.
Yeah.
We still had to get back to the room. I just knew I couldn't stay up any later.
So we got some food. Like, I
Hmm.
think Linz got some things from Germany. We then decided to wait in the frozen line. We wait all the way through the queue. That was like an hour, but we did it all.
Uh-huh.
And it was wonderful. And then we went to Mexico and got some food. I got a quesadilla. Lynn's got tacos. She got a margarita. It was really good. And then it was about time for our queue. Not quite. So
Nothing
we
like a
did
margarita before Guardians.
we did then ride Spaceship Earth, cut our way. So
Fun.
we did the big ball. And then we got to ride Guardians, and it was so fun. It was so fun. And we left, park closing was while we were in line for Guardians. So that virtual queue barely squeaked by there.
Dang.
But after we rode Guardians, we were able to walk out with the crowds, get some pictures in front of the ball.
Hmm.
And then because we were at the Poly, got to take the resort monorail, which honestly is a deluxe worth the hype. We can circle back to that, but I will say the plus size here is that you don't have to wait with all those people waiting on a bus. And the walking up to the monorail with barely anybody else to go straight back to your resort is a fantastic feature.
It feels very luxurious.
It does. And I will say, because you have to go through security to get on the monorail, you don't have to go through security at Epcot or Magic Kingdom to get into those parks. So that, again, fantastic.
Yeah,
It really is. So we
agreed.
got back. We tried to figure out when we were going to be allowed to get into Magic Kingdom in the morning as spectators for Kay's run. We tried to ask the front desk, and they told us your runner should know this information.
Their runner was asleep.
Our runner did not share any information with us. And if you all will never know, but she's not the friendliest when she is tired or
No,
when
I
she's
just got a
tired,
rule.
when
Like
she's waking up,
very
or like
early mornings or very late at night. It's just better if we just don't talk.
she has a rule, folks, a rule.
Well,
So
because I know that it doesn't come out as nice from my side. So I just like to give a heads up. I'm probably
we
not
didn't
going to talk for
know.
like a smidge of time.
We didn't know. We figured it out. But I think this is maybe a good place to cut it because then we can talk about
Oh, yes, but
marathon.
I need to tell about the end of our night. Mom and I
Oh
ordered
yeah.
food at the resort, and I walked to go get it, and the fireworks were going off, the Magic Kingdom fireworks, and they play the sound for the fireworks show at the Polynesian. So you could watch the entire show. You can see the castle.
Beautiful.
It was so fun. I didn't stay for too long, but I videoed some of it and then went back to the room. We had dinner. I threw on sleep. You were able at the deluxe resorts to log into Disney Plus. So I watched Sleeping Beauty while going to sleep to prep for my Maleficent role in the morning. And I think I was asleep by like 9:30 ish. Yeah, and then we can cut it here.
Yeah, let's cut it because we have to talk about her run and then we need to
Like the
talk.
longest day ever.
Yeah, it really was a real long day. And then we got to talk about a rainy, rainy Magic Kingdom day. So we'll cut it here and we will fill you in on the rest. But before we go, let's add a little fact or fiction. And this one, Kay knows the answer. So it
I
is what it is.
do,
But
but
we
it
wanted
was
to share.
submitted by a listener,
Yes.
and so we want to share it because it's not a well-known thing.
No. So we'll share it. So this one is Ariel is the highest paid character in the entire Fantasmic show. Join us next time for the answer.
You've been listening to Sisters in the Kingdom. If you like this episode, please drop us a rating or review below. We hope you've enjoyed this little piece of Disney in your day. And remember, you are the magic.